Moshpit Passion, you know, for the passion of music.
Herzlich willkommen hier bei Moshpit Passion auf YouTube. Ich bin der Kai und wie ihr sehen könnt, bin ich nicht alleine hier. Und zwar habe ich die komplette Band, die Bluespilz hier, nämlich die veröffentlichen heute ihr neues Album Birthday. Heute ist Record Release. Wir werden so ein bisschen über das Album sprechen und generell über das Über-Thema der Platte. Also freut euch drauf auf ein sehr, sehr schönes Interview. So guys, you released a new record today. And how is it for you after 4 years to start this, let me say, regular promotion campaign, playing regular shows? Because in 2020 you released the record and there was COVID and there was no really an opportunity to promote the record and playing shows. So how is it to, let me say, back on regular business when it comes to promote your record?
I mean, it feels awesome, and we have a different label now, so we been hanging out with them the whole day, and we have a great team around us, and it's just nice playing shows and being able to promote the record.
When it comes to your new record title especially, I was thinking about that and also listened to, of course, to the new record, and it sounds a little bit different what you did in the past. And I connected with the word rebirth to renew yourself and the sound. How would you describe the word rebirth with your sound and what happened during the last 4 years actually, or when it comes to the sound of your record or production-wise?
I'll start with the sound. I think the sound of this record is I mean, like you say, it's a bit different, but I think it's more catchy, more happy sounding, and you know, we have the enormous drums, the power vocals, the cool guitars, and very groovy bass. But it is a more modern production, but the thing is, we sort of, you know, recorded it the way we used to, like we recorded it most live. But we also had a new producer called Freddie Alexander, who's mostly been working with pop music, but it really fitted us. We, you know, got along. So yeah, I mean, after Corona and when we started to play again, that was sort of a rebirth for everyone, I think, that wanted to go to concerts and play music and so on. And also during the recordings, I found out that I was pregnant. So in my head, I was going through, you know, you start thinking about like why I do this, why I love music, what I want to teach my son, or like what I want to show him. So for me, it really took me back from, you know, where it began. So I think birthday is you know, a very showing part of that in that case.
Like I said before, rebirth is also maybe something where you left things you mentioned, and also the people can hear on the new record, you have new elements in your music.
Yeah.
And how hard was it for you, like, hey, we go into a different direction? Because as one example is, today we are at the Wacken Festival, Korn are playing here. Yeah. They are known for a specific heavy sound, and they did something similar, not similar, it's a pretty tough cut because they did a dubstep record, electronic heavy metal record. You know, it's something also like a rebirth. You are playing with pop elements, which fits, of course, to your sound. And would you also say this thing is related to reinvent the music, everything on your own?
I mean, I think for me, as a musician and as a songwriter, I want to develop. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. And if, you know, like people say selling out, but that's, I mean, if we would record the same record over and over again, wouldn't that be selling out? Like, I want to experience new things. I want to be influenced by all kinds of music. So for me, I mean, I've always been from the soul. I'm a soul singer. That's how I discovered sort of my voice. So that element's always been, you know, present. I think you like, you know, you how can I explain it? Go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was very easy for all of us to do this record because everyone's so like prolific in writing music, so there was like millions of ideas just all across, and then we just took the best songs and tried to make the best out of them.
It's a good point, because I asked myself, when it comes to the producer, you mentioned also Freddie Alexander, how he helped you to develop the sound of the record.
He helped a lot with arrangements, and he was like so easy to work with. He had such good ideas when it came to, it could be anything from a melody to like how should we rearrange the last chorus or anything, and it just like turned out, it was a super good flow working in the studio, and it helped to create the sound of the record.
I have a specific question for you because of the record title and your son, because I'm a father of a 2-year-old one well.
Congrats. 2 years late, but...
And what I would like to know is, how do you manage this everything, like a band, being a wife, then a mom, and everything else? Because especially when it comes to the music business, it's pretty stressful. Who's helping you? Maybe can give a little insight about that.
I mean, from the beginning, I thought that my lifestyle didn't match with having a family. And now when that happened, I've just learned how to manage it. And I mean, my son is only 9 months, so every day is a new challenge, and there's new, stuff that's going on with him. But I think it's so important for me to keep doing music. A lot of females disappeared when they have kids in the music industry, and I don't know the percentage, but it's a huge amount. And one day I want to be able to say to my son that I kept going, and I want him to be part of it, because it really is a sort of a lifestyle, and I'm so. Where I am now, it's, I can go places, I meet people, I see different cultures, I experience, music and everything, food. So why not bring him with? Of course, like economically, it's a struggle, but I rather do that. I want my life to be filled with love, not money. And of course, it takes a lot of more logistic planning. I have to bring, like now today, my father is with, and he's like hanging out with my son, so he's here. Yeah, and so I mean, and my family is very helping. My Louis' dad, that's my son. He is also, a present, so he definitely has a responsibility, and he takes that. But there's a great saying in this Swedish movie, like an old classic Swedish movie, that's called Tillsammans, but it's in English it's called Together, and they say like, I rather eat oatmeal together than steak alone, and that's sort of what I feel. Like, you figure it out.
It's a good saying, definitely.
Yeah.
And which music do we want to show your son? You mentioned it a little bit earlier, and also to the other guys. I don't know your family plans. Which music do you want to show, and maybe why? Maybe you can explain which music is for you important.
Yeah, I mean, I have tons of, I collect records. I have tons of records. I'm going to show him, everything from Aretha Franklin to Etta James to Billie Eilish to Iron Maiden to Metallica to Blues Pills. And I'm so pumped, because, I mean, obviously I've showed him our record, the new one, where he's on the cover. I mean, he's in my stomach. So, but it's going to be so cool to... when he, understands that he was a huge part of this record. So I'm so pumped for that. How about you guys?
No family plans?
I don't have any kids, so...
I can say this, I don't have any kids either, but if I would have a kid, I would want them to experience all kinds of music. Like from anything to hip-hop to jazz and maybe dubstep, whatever. Just create their own idea of what music is, and just try it out.
And you?
Yeah, I don't have any kids either.
No, but maybe if you
got
kids, planning kids.
Yeah. I think it's, they should just discover things for themselves, but also just like, I guess, we are in a position where we are like creating music and like performing, and it's cool that people are like responding to what we are doing.
I have a good recommendation, and it is from AC/DC, TNT, because the beginning is oi, oi, and kids like to simple words and like oi, oi, oi. My daughter is coming, Daddy, play oi, 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 and it means like AC/DC.
But I mean, I guess I feel like I go back to this maybe a lot, but it's like the hardcore and the punk community is very inviting, and there's a lot of good energy happening there. You meet a lot of cool people, and you get influenced by bands, and you know, it's just like grab the mic and scream something, and then anyone can do that, like at the show. So I think that's a cool.
So today is your release day. What are your next plans? You're playing also today here at the Wacken.
Yeah.
Signing session. What else can we see from Blues Pills?
We're gonna like get back to practicing now. We have a tour coming up in the fall, like European tour. So we're gonna like do a lot of practice, and learn the new songs, and hone it in, I guess.
There's also the last question, because our time is running out, and usually our magazine is called Mosh Pit Passion. Everybody is sharing his or her mosh pit experience, but I want to ask it a little bit different this time. And if you got kids or you got kids in the future, and maybe they will see Mosh Pit Passion in this interview, in this video, which things would you maybe say to your children in the future?
Hi. Don't be afraid to stage dive. It's fun.
That's what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't take life too serious and just have fun. Stage dive, mosh pit, but be a bit careful.
Don't do drugs.
Just be a musician, please.
Guys, thank you very much für die Zuschauer draußen. Das neue Album ist jetzt draußen. Ich habe euch unten alles weitere verlinkt. Würde mich sehr, sehr freuen, wenn ihr die Band auch in den sozialen Medien folgt. Daher schaut unten vorbei. Wir sehen uns schon sehr, sehr bald wieder. In dem Sinne, macht's gut und bye.
Bye.
Mosh pit passion, you know, for the passion of music.